sipping on some Red Bull, isn't it? And some sucker shit. The picture is up over there, you always say, yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think about that picture? Tell me.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, are you really that stupid to really do that in this time?
Mm-hmm.
But then I found out that there were protesters that actually were trespassing in a gated community.
Yeah.
So lawfully, when you enter the gate, it's like entering someone's living
Property,
room.
yeah.
Lawfully. So I still don't agree with those people, but I wouldn't. Of course, they're scared shitless, you know. So if they have the right to do that, then I can't really blame them. And I wouldn't say it's smart, but I can't blame them because they're fucking humans, you know. They feel fear, and when there's suddenly, I don't know how many people yelling and screaming in the game.
It was a crowd of people.
Yeah, and they're definitely screaming some fucked up shit because I know how crowds work, you know. It isn't even a crowd, it's a mob that entered a gated community, and I don't agree with like gated community. I think that's some real pussy shit, you know.
To go in a gated community.
But it's their right. So what the fuck did you expect? And now everybody's putting those people down as if they're crazy and murderous people, while they were provoked to do that shit, man. It's all being provoked, which doesn't make it right.
I understand exactly what you're saying, yeah? And I agree, but I even go further, yeah?
They had the right to shoot.
Well, maybe not shoot, but they had the right to come out and defend their property. That's their property, yes? You cannot just just step on people. But anyhow, I tell you this. Whenever I am in Jamaica, yes? Say I return to Jamaica. All this is hypothetical. I go back to Jamaica, yeah? And I sit in my bed, whistle and blah, blah, blah. And then I hear my alarm go off. And I'm serious like cancer. I'm serious when I say this shit. My alarm go off, yeah? And I tell my woman, hey, calm there. You stay your little self there. And I look on my monitor. And I see two guys. Or one. It doesn't matter. Yeah? It doesn't matter the age. You could be fucking 17 or 18. I don't care. You set foot on my property, I pull in my fucking gun. It's just simple as that. You see me? I have the right to protect me, protect myself, and my family. And my property at large. Yeah? There are a lot of bullshit going on this planet. Some Mickey Mouse fuckery. You keep that shit outside. You keep that shit on the street. Keep that shit between you and your family and your friends and your followers. Yeah? But never you set foot on my property. Because you will get a slug in your mouth. I totally believe that shit. And I stand on it until I die. Don't encroach on my freedom, because I will not encroach on your freedom. You see me? I want you to live, I want you to demonstrate and all that shit. But don't come over here think you gonna spray paint my wall or break my windows. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
It's just not working. But now we have to go back to this woman. The guy came out with a that's not an M16 AR-15, yeah? Is the AR-15? Well loaded and cocked. And behind this guy was a woman, what seems like, and she don't scared. She come out and stand beside her man.
Yeah.
Now I have to give it up to that woman, you understand? You have to give it up, say, yo, that's a good woman right there. Because she decided to ride or die with her man. She took that choice to take a gun out and say, listen, you going out with your big gun, I give me one. Take this. No doubt the guy had it on his waist. Say, oh, you stay here, baby. She's like, fuck that shit, I'm not staying here. Anybody come on this property, we both shooting, and we shooting to kill. That's a good woman right there.
Yeah. I understand what you mean, man. But yeah, that whole situation, I think it's kind of sad how like a lot of media outlets are portraying these people as if they're monsters. And I don't agree with like the Second Amendment shit with like the right to carry fucking assault
The
rifles.
arms. Yeah, I
it's,
agree.
it's stupid, but I mean those people were lawfully in their right to do that.
Of course. They're in their house. And you come on their property.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's provoking. You're fighting the fire with fire, and you're instigating the stuff that you claim you do not want to happen. Which I have zero respect for that, man. Like, if you really want solution, then find a solution and discuss it with like your so-called enemies, but don't provoke them into doing stuff like that, because you'll only
They're lucky they didn't come out busting.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Protesters lucky those I will get so much hate for this. But they should come out busting. The fuck
Yeah,
in
but
here.
they're not really like they're
At least two
I
in the
think
here.
he's probably rich and smart enough to know the position he would be in if he would have done that. You know?
No, it wouldn't be in.
So-
Yeah, you listen. In this society that we're living in now, they would crucify him because they're now crucifying the guy and that woman for coming out with a gun.
Yeah.
They're crucifying them. So if they had come out busting, then they would be in jail now, I think, isn't it? But the news media would feel to say, listen, these people come on their property. The fuck you bringing your shit on the street to my property for? I don't care what you do on the street. Just do what you have to.
Yeah,
But don't
but
come to
it's
my
like,
house with that shit.
you've got like the left-leaning media outlets are saying that those people were crazy, and then you've got the right media outlets saying like, yeah, they should have just shot and do stuff like that, you know. Well, yeah, it's of no fucking use, like of both sides, you know. It's only driving the wedge further down the people. You can't like unite people through segregation, you know.
Every day they push the envelope a little further.
Yeah.
You don't know what is accepted now.
Yeah, I've ordered the Gulag Archipelago book and
I have
Animal
no idea
Farm
what that
of you know George Orwell 1984,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, he has another book called Animal Farm.
Yeah, I know
And
that
this,
now as well.
yeah, exactly. I ordered that book because it's gonna be exactly that way. If these people get what they want, they'll get their equality for a week, and then somebody else will step up and take it away from them. This so-called revolution or whatever's going on now, like it has no leader. It has no one in place of authority that can speak for them. Probably because of the internet, you know.
But it's not a revolution. There's no
No,
revolution
that's why I
going
said
on.
so-called revolution.
Exactly. Somebody pay some money and say you two go and do your shit. You understand?
Yeah, like
that's it.
If you see how much big millionaire and billionaire companies are supporting this movement, it only shows me how
Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
Run a big poster. Black Lives Matters.
Yeah, I think you should
the
really
NFL,
worry when people in power and people with
NBA. This happened just last year. They was saying on the news, and nobody jumped to their defense. This woman said, "Shut up and dribble," with Labyrinth talk.
Yeah,
Shut up, nigga, shut up and dribble. Nobody come to do. But no.
Yeah, the
12
Kobe,
months after.
for Kobe Bryant or no, what was he called?
No, for LeBron James. They shut up and dribble.
Yeah, oh.
I think they even said for Kobe. They white people say that all the time. Shut up and dribble. Shut them out.
Yeah.
You understand? And dribble. No, they have all this power. It's like, oh, fuck me then. Gently. It's not normal. That's good. And I can see it. They're just being, these guys just being used. Yeah? Going around destroying people's property and so. Yo, what? Listen. It's like a pandemic. When the real pandemic hits, you don't have to tell a bus driver don't come to work today. He's just not coming.
Yeah.
You don't care if he get fired, he's just not coming. You don't have to explain a pandemic. People feel it. You see me? They don't have to turn the news on to know, listen, fuck this shit. My neighbor died. Two doors up the road, somebody died. Oh, fuck this shit. You understand?
Yeah.
But because they have to explain it because it's so fraudulent. Now this Black Lives Matter coming in, they're getting support from every high authority. They know this shit is not real. When the real revolution started, the high authority, they themselves are scared. You see me? But they're not scared of this
like
bullshit.
I think a lot of people have like a romanticized image about revolution, and I 100% agree with the fact that we do need some real changes because like especially for people of my age, you know, like the millennials. I'm like born in the last year of the millennials, and then you had like Generation Z, you know, like my brother is Generation Z and stuff like that. And
after
like,
Z come on.
Yeah, we own literally nothing. There's nothing to own for us
Because the elites just taking it away from you
yeah,
guys.
Yeah, exactly. And like people are now pushing these protests and these I believe that they have like this romanticized image of a revolution, but you're not having a revolution or you're not making real changes, at least here in the Netherlands, because I can't speak for America, but at least here in the Netherlands, you're not gonna change shit. And that's simply because life is good here. Like if you really try to tell me that your life is bad here and that the system is against you, they are nothing else but spoiled. Simply spoiled. And I think it's loathsome to think that a lot of people would say that there's a lot wrong with the system at certain specific points.
Yeah.
Like education and stuff like that. I hear a lot of people complaining about education and stuff like that, and we have one of the best education systems around the whole world here, man. You can go to fucking school here and you get money. Like now these days you have to borrow it at a 0.01% interest rate. You're allowed to study everything you fucking want. And you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can even fuck up for like most of the part of your school and then just work really hard and get your degree. That's what I did with all my degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And you have enough money to buy food, good food.
You have enough money to live.
Yeah.
Oh,
like, and it's hard. You know, I agree, and it's fucked up that we can't own anything, and it has to be some changes, especially with like rent and shit. Rent is going crazy, the amount.
Especially here in Eindhoven.
Yeah, and they ask like 3 times your rent as
For
your minimal income
yeah.
for how, and it's retarded, and stuff needs to change, but we have it so good here.
Yeah,
like,
it's very good.
Like
it's very good.
It's appalling to think that a lot of people are complaining about that in this sense, and we have problems, but they're not as big as people like to make them, to justify their own shortcomings. Like people need to step up their own fucking game, just do something instead of trying to blame the system or looking at the government to give you handouts.
But wait, to get back to this woman and her husband, salute to them, isn't it? Defend what you have with your life. The minute somebody realize that you are ready to die for what you have, then their attitude change towards you.
Yeah.
That's a fact.